everyone, my name's Carly. I work at Family Nurturing Center, and for this video I'm going to show you how to do deep belly breathing. We take so many breaths in a day naturally. It's just happening and we aren't paying a lot of attention to it. But what we are going to try to do is focus on that breath and see how we can change that breath to reduce your heart rate, to make your body feel less tense, and to help you lower that blood pressure, regulate yourself, and feel more calm. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. What I want you to do is just notice your breaths. I don't want you to do anything special, just pay attention to your breathing. What I want you to do next is take your hands and just place them on your stomach. I want you to be in a relaxed position. So just place your hands on your stomach and notice if your breath is coming to make your stomach rise and fall, or if you are feeling your breath's making your shoulders rise and fall. So put your hands on your stomach and then take some breaths. Your hands might be moving up and down, so they might be rising with your breaths in and falling with your breaths out. If that is what's happening for you, that's awesome. If you're noticing that your breaths are more in your shoulders and you're feeling your shoulders rise up and down instead of your stomach rise up and down, I want you to take a little bit of focus and try to get that breath to go down further into your stomach. So this is called a diaphragmatic breath. And the reason that we want to get that breath down is because that helps us breathe more fully and it opens us up more than breathing shallowly, which is with our shoulders. So just try to take a little bit of mental energy, focus that breath in and down to your stomach instead of up to your shoulders. What I don't want you to do though is push your stomach in and out while you're breathing. I want you to just work on getting your breaths to go down toward your stomach. It might take a little bit of practice, and that's okay. That's normal. It takes everyone a little bit of time to shift if you're noticing that you're breathing a little differently. So what we're gonna do first is just take 3 big deep breaths together. When we take these breaths, I want you to pretend like you're sniffing flowers and then blowing out through a straw. The trick here is to get your breaths out to be more slow and controlled than your breaths in. So your breaths out should last longer, they should be slower, and they should be totally in your control. So we're gonna do this together. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. So we're gonna take a big deep breath in, and then a slow breath out. Big breath in like you're sniffing flowers. Slow breath out. Big deep breath in, and then a slow breath out through a straw. When you're taking these breaths, you want to focus on getting all of the breath in and getting all of the breath out. So when you're breathing normally, you might hold on to some of that. You might not focus on getting all of the breath in or out, but for these, I want you to focus on getting all of the breath you can in and then getting every bit of that out in a slow, controlled way. So we'll do one more. And you might notice that you want to yawn. That's perfectly normal. That means it's working. That's a good thing. If you want to yawn, let that happen. That just means there's more oxygen going to your brain than what normally happens. So you can let those yawns come and go as they need to. That's perfect. The next thing I'm going to show you is a technique that engages different senses. So for this one, it's called a 5-finger breath. So you're going to take the palm of your hand and put your finger across it. So first, just to get used to it, it's kind of ticklish for some people. Some people don't like the sensation. So just touch your palm of your hand gently to get yourself used to that and prepared for that. What we're gonna do for this is, as we breathe in, we're gonna trace up our fingers or our thumb. And then as we breathe out, we're gonna slowly trace back down, going back to the base of our palm. I'm gonna do it with my hand up like this so you can see what I'm doing, but it's more comfortable if you're gonna do it this way. Whatever is a natural position for you, do it that way. I'm just gonna be in this position to show you what that looks like. So we'll do 5 breaths, and this is called 5-finger breaths. So as you take your breath in, you're tracing up to the tip of your thumb, and breathe out and trace back down. We're gonna do the same for our index finger. Then we're gonna do one more. What you probably have noticed by now is the in breaths are more quick than the out breaths. That's just the way that I naturally breathe. If yours is a little slower, that's perfectly fine. You just wanna make sure your out breath is slower than your in breath. So we're gonna wrap up our last one. The neat thing about that one is you can use that anytime, any place. You can do it naturally. No one has to really see what you're doing or that you're practicing that. And it's a really good way just to engage your other senses while you're practicing your breaths. That way you aren't so focused on your breaths that it becomes too much. The next thing we're gonna do is called square breathing. So for this, we're gonna do counting. We will take a deep breath in for 3, hold it for 3, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. So it's more of a rectangle actually, because we're doing 3, 3, 4, and 4. So rectangle breathing. We're gonna do 3 in, hold it for 3, 4 out, hold it for 4. So we'll do this together. For you, you might want to slow that down. You might want to make that look different or feel different. I gave you a basic one, pretty standard, that you can adapt as you need to. So if you find that holding your breath for 3 or 4 seconds is not enough, you might move it up to 4 and 5. If you find that you want it all to be the same number, all 4 around, that's the square breathing, you can do 4 for everything, as long as you are focused and intentionally taking that time to breathe in, to pause, to breathe out, to pause. That gets us completely focused on our breathing and can help take our mind away from whatever it is that's stressing us at work or with kids, or if we just need a break and we just need to take those breaths. It allows us to focus our mind just on our breathing. So I want you to practice taking your deep breaths throughout the day. The more that you are able to practice this, the better. If you are able to practice it more often, it's going to become more natural in times that you are stressed. It'll start to be your automatic response, and you'll notice that you're doing it sometimes without thinking. So keep practicing, do it as much as you can, and make sure that you're noticing what's going on and the changes in your body when you are doing your breaths, so that you know if you need to tweak it or change it or try something new. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you were able to learn how to use controlled breathing or deep breathing to feel a little more relaxed.